Hello, I'm back with the second episode, and today I am a little bit prepared, and I know the subject for today for our first subject. Um, you know that I am a curious teacher. I ask a lot of questions, and I love to hear questions from you as well. So I thought the first episode, the first subject, let's say, not the first episode, maybe this is the second one, but the first subject must be about questions. Um, and while asking questions, I thought about we mostly use models while asking questions, and we try to be polite, we try to um, give permission, get permission, sometimes make requests and make offers. So that's why we are going to discuss and go over these sentences and make sure why we are using them, which one is more suitable for the event, for the conversation. Um, Actually, this is very basic, but sometimes it may create some question marks in our minds. No matter your level of understanding is. Um, so that's why I can say that all my students can listen to that episode. I hope you enjoy. I hope you realize some important points. You can connect the meanings and you can maybe ask more questions. Of course, I need some feedback after this episode as well. So let's get started. I have prepared some marker sentences to talk about, and I have chosen the subject in a workplace. We are going to be in a workplace. We are going to be con connecting and finding some connections, these sentences and the workplace conversations. So I'm going to read some sentences. This is the procedure of the episode. And then you are going to think about if you use them or if you put these sentences in this order, or maybe you think about changing the order, or you feel more confident, you feel more um, familiar with this order. So please listen first. Listen to the sentences, and I'm going to read them two times. Then you can think, and then I'm going to give you some explanations. So, first of all, could I leave early today? Could I leave early today? So, that's a question, and it starts with could. So, and if I use this sentence, I want you to think when, where, to whom I am using. And let's see the second one. Can I have a break now? Can I have a break now? So we say sometimes, can I take a break now? For sure, usually in American English. But can I have a break now? Can I take a break now? Both are fine. So we started this question with can. So you can think about if you make it, do you prefer could or can and why? And the third one, could you please send me that report? Could you please send me that report? So in here we use again could. But this time I said not could, I said could you. So I hope you noticed the pronunciation difference. And these three sentences we are going to focus on first. And can and could, we know them. They are verbs, they are modal verbs, they are very popular in English. And in here, these modal verbs are used to ask permission and make requests. So can is the most common modal verb for sure. And we use can I take a break now or can I have a break now? And this is, we use that can to ask permission from the other person, other side. And it is totally fine. You can use it anywhere and everywhere. You can feel all right. It is not rude, or it is enough um, to speak with a stranger when you are speaking with your boss or with your colleague, with your customers. That's totally fine. So sometimes my students ask like, "Oh, can is not polite. Um, we must use may or we must use other more formal or uh, more polite ways." That's not correct. So it's enough, it's totally all right, perfectly all right to use can in the workplace. And in here, we use can I take a break now? So as you see, we are asking permission from the other person, maybe a team leader, about resting, about going out for a coffee or maybe smoking or for any other reasons. I hope you don't smoke. But at the end, we use now also. Can I have a break now? So we know that now is time expression and we use mostly at the end and also we used in here. So that's why I would like to ask a question about the time of the sentence. So do you think that this sentence is present, past, or future? Because that's important. Um, we are going to go further and deeper into models, and we are going to talk about other time um, usage of these models. And this time, can is making a sentence and it is the present tense. Can I have a break now? Can I take a break now? So let's go back to the first and the third sentence. Let me repeat. Could I leave early today? Could I leave early today? Could you please send me that report? So in here, we used could. And the first sentence, could I leave early today? And I said, could I? I'm asking permission again. I want to leave early. And it's more formal. So could replaces can for more formal situations. This is how we explain. So it can be um, in business, it can be to talk to strangers. We mostly prefer could. That's correct. But if you say, can I leave early today? It's also totally fine. So don't feel under pressure. And we use could and then the subject I and leave the main verb. And then at the end, we used today. So today is a present time expression again, but this time we use could. So very critical and important question. Um, when we think about could, usually we think about, oh, this is the past version of can, but if you remember that could is not always past. It doesn't always represent the past tense in a sentence. So please remember that. We can use the modal verb could for present tense also. In here, it is the present tense. So we use asking permission, and we used in present tense. It's fine. Could is not always past. Sometimes can be past, sometimes can be present, in other words. I hope that's clear. And then another sentence, the third one, could you please send me that report? Could you please send me that report? So could is here becomes could. So sometimes I receive these questions. So do we have to pronounce always j, could, would? So the answer is no. So why we use sometimes could, would, and sometimes would and could? So it's because of the subject or the sound after this modal verb. So we use you, and after the sound you becomes j. Would you, not would you, because it's hard to say. But we don't say could I? No. Could we? No. Could they? No. There's nothing like that. So please be sure about that. It's not easy to say could I or could they or would they. So that's why they don't say it. But because of the sound, because of the phonetic changes or points in English language, so we say could you here, could you please? And we use could, our modal verb, and then you, subject, and then we didn't use send here. So we said please send. So why please is here? Isn't it at the end of the sentence? I think we use mostly there, or maybe you thought about it. So let me explain. It's totally all right. It's perfectly the same meaning. You can use both. But um, the way we say something more polite, we can also sometimes change the word order. So if you put please before the verb, it's more polite. That's more formal. So if you would like to become more polite, because we are asking permissions, right? If you ask for some maybe big permissions, maybe that would be a nice way to use it. So could you please send me that report? Or could you send me that report, please? They have the same meaning. No worries. They will understand you correctly. They can use either, you know, and you can also use it. And also, we don't have a time expression. I mean, could you please send me that report now, today, later, anything? So, but we can understand that we are asking a permission. So please keep in mind, please remember that if you use could as a question, if you are asking for permission, it is the present tense. So we are just trying to be more polite again. And actually, it is not only for English language. I mean, we also use the same change in Turkish. So let me explain. I'm not a Turkish teacher, but I I'll try my best to put it incorrectly. And if it is not correct, probably my bestie, Özge, she's going to correct me after this explanation, and I will get back to you. Anyway, so we say gönderebilir misin in Turkish or gönderebilir miydiniz? So when we use gönderebilir miydiniz like a past tense sentence, it becomes more polite, right? So it's the same way to say it. It's the same approach in English as well. So that's why you can use could instead of can, but it is not the past meaning. It is the still present, but more polite present, we can say. So I would like to go on and read more sentences. The first one is, may I suggest a change to the plan? May I suggest a change to the plan? So let's see the may for asking permissions and making requests. Um, may can also be used in formal situations. And if we start a question with may, usually it comes, I mean, may is followed by I or you. We don't say Mayday or may she. No, it's not used. I mean, it is not possible to ask permission. I mean, I'm not sure that I can say that, but it's not common, I must say. So because now we don't say it, but in the past we used to say it. Anyway, Shakespeare is not alive. So may I make, sorry, may I suggest a change? May I suggest a change to the plan? In here, we are asking permission again, or we are making a request. So this time we are making a request. Also, it's very similar to asking permission to do something. So it's very borderline expression, I must say. You need some permission, so that's why you are making requests. So why we used here may? Because um, may is also formal, as I said, and during the workplace conversations, in business situations, we also hear this model very often. But I would like to um, highlight, I would like to remind that may has different meanings as well. But today we are going to focus, or we discuss the making requests and asking permission meanings. So that's why may is not only um, giving information for this area. It's one of the usage. Yeah, one of the usages, yes. So the next sentence, can I ask you a quick question? Yeah. We need to interrupt someone, we need to ask some questions, and we are in a meeting and we missed some part maybe. So you say, can I ask you a quick question. So if I say, may I ask you a quick question, is also possible. So it's totally fine. But usually we prefer may in business situations and while we are talking to the strangers. So if you meet your colleagues, your team members every single day, um, during the meeting, you don't say, I mean, may I ask a quick question? It sounds very formal because you are not strangers basically. So that's why we usually say can. I hope it is clear. And the last sentence for today's episode for asking permission and making requests subject is could you confirm the details? Could you confirm the details? We are expecting some confirmation from our managers and maybe some team members to maybe start something to complete some documents, some maybe projects, and we need some confirmation. And we say, could you confirm the details? Could you please confirm the details? So in here, we used again could. And you can also say, may you, but in a written language, could is more popular and could is more preferred. Let's say we see could more often. So it's all about the habits, I must say. So if you write, may you confirm, it's also right. But if you say, could you confirm, or if you see, could you confirm, it's more common for sure. Again, we can say, could you please confirm in written language, in written discourse, like, could you please confirm the details of the project? We use please before the verb, and this is more polite. Yeah. I hope that part is clear because I would like to go and continue the making offers. So we can also make offers. And while we are making offers, we use can and may. For example, can I help you? When we say, can I help you? We are making offers to the person. Can I help you carry your bag? Can I help you carry your luggage? This is the basic example, the most basic one. Or we can ask, may I help you? It's also totally fine. And you can use informal situations. May again. Um, and probably they are strangers or they are not very close. But you are with your bestie or let's say your team member um, and he's carrying something and it's very heavy and you see, may I may I help you or may I help you carry these documents or these files? Um, it's nice. You can say that, but there is no need to say that. We usually prefer can. Um, one more example. Um, you are offering somebody, you are making an offer. For example, you would like to buy something for someone and you say, can I get you a drink? Can I buy you a drink? So you're in a restaurant or maybe you're in a cafe um, and you would like to offer somebody Um, a drink, maybe a food, I don't know. And you can totally use can. Can is not rude. Again, I repeat, I underline, I highlight it. So, can I get you a drink? Can I buy you something quick? I don't know, maybe can I buy you a sandwich? It's another offer. We're making another offer. Um, and it is not rude again. So you can definitely use this for making offers. And I would like to mention very shortly shall for offers. So probably when you hear shall, it sounds like very um British, very old style. Yes, that's correct. The US English, the American English barely use it. I mean, they don't prefer to use it. But in British English, they prefer, and the way that they used or the reason why they use it's offers, making offers. So, for example, you can say, "Shall I carry? Shall I carry your bag?" So you are offering some help. So if you use shall at the beginning of the sentence, you're making a question again. It means like you are offering something. This is the first meaning that you need to know. And also today's topic, that's why we started talking about shall. But shall can be used for other reasons, but today is not the day to discuss shall in detail. Um, but we can say, shall I carry your bag? Shall I open the window? So why not can I open the window? Or what is the difference? Um, can I open the window can be for permission. So you are in a conference room and maybe you are in a meeting room and then it's very hot inside and you need some fresh air and you ask for permission from the owner maybe or the person who works there. And you can say, can I do that? Can I open the window? Can I open the door? But if you say, shall I open the window? It means like um, you see somebody, he is or she's sweating and it's very hot inside and you would like to make an offer and you would like to make that person comfortable maybe and you say, oh, it's very hot here, shall I open the window for you? We need maybe some fresh air. So we are offering something here. We're not asking for permission. So the intention, the reason we use shall here means offering. We offer something. That's the today's part for shall. As I told you, shall has different reasons why we use shall. There are different reasons, and that's why we're going to go over maybe if I feel very British while I'm drinking my evening tea, I can record some more shall sentences and make an episode. But I think that would be very unnecessary right now. I have other plans for next episodes. Anyway, I hope these sentences are helpful and you can think about these questions, sentences, and being more polite, being more confident while you are being more polite, or um, you can ask some further questions regarding this because there are more models for sure. We didn't speak about wood, for example, because wood is a very special one for English. I would love to make some time and record something about that. So we're going to continue for sure. And I'm very glad that you have listened to that episode and looking forward to hearing and seeing your feedbacks. And see you in the next episode. So thank you so much and love you all. Bye bye.